Hey, yo, it's us again. It's the Mack Brothers. It's another podcast. And we're here today. We're going to talk about, things that are going on.
Yeah.
John, John, do me a favor. Let the people know what's going on.
All right. So we got a song called Demons and Desires, which is out everywhere. It's incredible. Not only is it incredible, but Matthew sings it. And not only is it a single, we have a B-side on there called That'll Do, which is only 34 seconds. So go give it a listen right as soon as you're done listening to this. I want to get it
You could
out.
listen to it at the same time if you want.
Yeah, we don't care. Also, League Island Brewing Club, Jesus' favorite beer. Get it while you can, because one day you're going to die, and if you don't get it, then you're going to go to
You're
hell.
going straight to hell.
Right to hell. This is the last day I feel the need to ice my foot. My foot corn. For people that don't know, my ankle was broken. And I've been using super sweet corn on my ankle, frozen super sweet corn. And today's the last day. From freezing and thawing, I sadly will have to throw the corn out without it being eaten. But it's been a great foot corn. And even though I'm happy my ankle's healed, I will be sad to see the corn go.
Usually when you're getting rid of corn from your feet, usually it's actual corns that you're growing on your foot. In your case, it's a frozen bag of corn, which is
Yeah.
which is less disgusting.
Yeah. It's actually not disgusting at all, really, unless I like thawed it on my feet and then ate it.
Yes.
Even
That's
that
pretty
wouldn't be,
disgusting.
if
I
it was
bet
the first
someone
go around.
you could find someone to pay for that. You could find
Yeah,
someone to at least to pay for that video of
yeah.
you doing that.
Well, I don't think anyone wants to see I actually bought new sneakers today. And I don't think anyone wants to see my size 14 4E defrost corn on an ankle, on its ankle.
I don't know, John. There's just people that like Shrek are really weird.
And you think about it, the ankle is the foot or is the head of the foot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's like the chimney that leads into the it's the foot's chimney as the ankle.
John, I'm totally losing you now. With the analogies went right off the rails. I could get the head thing if you're seeing the foot as its own organism. But like wouldn't the leg be the chimney to the body from the foot?
Well, how do you think the leg and
God, this is oh, man, this is going off the rails. So listen, we have a lot of major we have actually, you really think about it, a lot of big announcements coming up. There's a lot of things that are now happening that are now in the works. Um, it's actually kind of ironic that John that you broke your ankle when you did, because as everyone in the Mac Mafia knows, I moved down to North Carolina. Everyone knows that, and we're gonna have some major Mac news coming up soon about the location of the Mack Brothers.
Where will Matthew be next?
Where will I be next? Exactly. That's the big mystery that everyone's been wondering. So everyone was wondering the mystery of the foot. John's almost back in action. John's almost able to walk again. It's been a long road. But John, if there's ever a time you could break your foot when I was in North Carolina, it was the time to do it.
Yep.
So that's why you guys got to keep watching and listening, because things are going to start getting interesting. I want to give a shout out. I want to give a freaking shout out right now. I actually changed my mind. No fucking shout outs.
No fucking shout out.
I changed my fucking mind. Unless I change my mind again. And then I could give a shout out if I want.
You know, we take payola for shout outs. If you don't want to pay up, you ain't getting a shout out unless we fucking really like you.
Exactly. Like Scoopski. We like Scoopski.
New song.
New song. We'll talk about school. We'll say, listen, guys, not only are Scoopski and Scoopski are great, and they are great, but their music's good too. So you're getting the whole package. So for example, Scoopski, yeah, friends of the members of the Mack Mafia, they get shout outs on the house always.
So Scoopski's new song is called Little Ball of Energy. Not only is it exactly the description that they're saying, but they put it out in conjunction with a hits album that our friend God, I gotta keep looking everything up. I had, what do you call it? A very long day. Scoops has a new song out called Little Bull Energy. It's great. Go listen to it.
But if I'm just gonna say, John, like if there was someone else that just hit you up right now and they're like, yo, John, give me a shout out on your podcast. No, you gotta pay.
I'd say, you know, my Venmo, bitch.
Exactly. Exactly. It's J $, money eyes emoji face, and then give me that.
Yeah, GIMMIEDAT.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
give me that. It's give me that.
Exactly. So guys, another big announcement. All our music's gonna be exclusive for now on that piff. I just thought I'd break the news.
Hey, guess what? We got up to 57 monthly listeners this month.
That's pretty fucking rad. We're almost at 200 subscribers, which is cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Thank you for everyone. Please liking and subscribing. We haven't actually said anything.
Can I just real quick, can I just say, well, that's fine because like every podcast we've done, everything we've recorded recently has been all regimented, serious lists and discussions. I want to say, I definitely didn't sign up, um, for this congressman to text me. There were so many congressmen that fucking text me all the time. I'm sick of it. So I'm putting out a public announcement. If you're a member of Congress, don't text me.
Unless you're paying J $, money emoji, money eye emoji, give me that. Unless you're sending some money to that.
Yeah, but John, you use Cash App for political bribes. You not
Yeah.
Venmo.
Oh, yeah,
You out of your fucking mind.
but it's the same name.
You know it's insane. It's really insane.
I got a South Philly thing to ask you. I gotta
Go
cut
ahead.
you. I'll forget.
Ask me. Ask away.
Now we weren't born in South Philly, but
We were born on South. We actually were
we
born in
technically
South
born
Philly.
in South Philly.
We weren't raised in
But
South
we
Philly.
have South Philly parents. All our friends are from South Philly. Went to school in South Philly since grade school, both of us. I've never heard one person call it Tap Mac.
I don't know what that is.
Tap Mac is the
I have no clue.
Mac machine or the ATM machine.
I've heard people.
I've heard
people call it a Mac machine.
I've heard people say that people from South Philly say Tap Mac, but I've never heard one actual serious
Tap
person.
Mac seems like an ATM that you could use now, and you could just go boop, and your
Yeah,
money
if it
comes
was
out.
the new, this is an older slang. Like, oh, I gotta go to the Tap Mac, or I gotta hit the tap. I gotta tap the Mac. I don't know.
I feel like your sample size of South Philly people gets larger and larger and larger every year. So you're
Yeah,
discovering more South Philly things than you should.
no, but this has been going on for a while.
You got to remember too, neither of our parents had bank accounts for a long time. So they were not going to Tap Mac, an ATM, a Mac machine. They weren't going anywhere.
One of my favorite stories from our father who art in South Philly is he our mother went to go write our cousin a check. She said, Mac, we gotta write Anthony a check for his birthday. And he said his birthday gift will be learning what a bounce check is. And I thought that was great.
That's a funny line. That's
Yeah.
because there was no checking account.
Yes.
I want to write a check. Wait a minute, there's no checks.
Our parents lived like Baltimore drug dealers for our whole childhood. They
Actually, I
had
think
money
they were.
they had money everywhere. They had cash rolled up everywhere.
Hmm.
Oh, that's so funny.
Cream. Yeah. Cash rules everything around me.
Yeah.
That's me. You know what I mean?
I
The
actually just
creamy guy.
bought a uh a creamer, and it's sweet cream creamer.
You know what we haven't. You know what we haven't. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. The sweet cream creamer is good. Um,
Excited
that
for it.
same brand we have the French vanilla right now.
That's what we were debating with, but I went with sweet cream.
I'm so used to the French vanilla now. I would like sweet cream would be like a good change of pace at this point.
I just because I got the French vanilla.
You ever think about using that when you cook?
No.
You can. I'm
Like
not
an
shitting you for like breakfast foods. Like if you want to make
oh
like
yeah,
if
yeah,
you want to
yeah.
make some fucking French toast, you
Some
can get
French
like
toast. Yeah.
cinnamon French toast
Yeah.
creamer.
I dig that. I
Yeah,
thought you
that's
like
yeah.
I thought you meant like,
You
like
want to marinate your
saute some spaghetti and
you want to marinate your steak in the sweet cream
sweet cream.
creamer.
What were you gonna say was insane?
Oh, we haven't talked about the Israel war in so long on our podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Can we? All right, real quick. I don't know if the rest of this podcast should be like, oh, let's talk about the war this whole entire time. But can we just say, like, anyone that doesn't want to cease fires out of their fucking mind? Like, it's just fucking crazy. Like, you can convince yourself, like, let's just genocide the whole place. Like, let's just kill all of them, or whatever you want to
Yeah.
classify it as. Why wouldn't you want less people to be dead as a principle?
I seen a thing. No, I'm chilling. Hold on. You just say one more thing.
Yeah, like I just feel like if you're someone that's like wants to continue this ridiculous war that's going on and you don't want to find some sort of a peaceful long-term solution, then you're banned from the podcast.
You know what?
I just kind of feel that way. Like it's kind of ridiculous now.
Um, I seen someone say on Twitter, which is a cesspool. Who even knows if this was a real person? But
If Twitter's just entertainment.
yeah, I'm there for the sports Twitter, and every now and then I see some terrible actual news. But they were like free Palestine or something, and then someone commented under it and said all all of Palestine cheered as the planes went through the twin towers on 9/11. So I don't care about them. But 50 more than 50% of the country wasn't born until like 1998. So they were 3 when September 11th happened. So and that's no excuse to that they should all die. They were bait like this is people don't understand when you say 52% of 2.2 million people are under 18 or under 25 or whatever. That's a million people.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. It really is.
That's a million children.
I mean, I'm not gonna pretend like I know everything about this war or like the whole history, but I don't know. It's just insane. There's a lot of ego involved in all this and a lot of obviously dark money and stuff like that. It's really sad. A lot of it, I seen this thing recently about the energy potential that is
Yeah.
in Gaza.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, oh, they're blowing all those people up because they want to get
It's
the
all
oil
about
underneath
it's all
them.
about oil.
They just want to get the oil underneath them. It's all about energy.
Jimmy Dort pointed that out to me personally.
Yeah,
It was awful.
it's just crazy. So I don't know. Um, I encourage everyone to support the ceasefire is what I encourage everyone to do. It's the right thing to do. Um, because it's the right thing to do. I mean, it's just stand on the right side of history. Don't be weird. Don't genocide people. Um, especially for religious causes. I mean, not for any reason, but like if you're, I mean, like talk about the worst thing you could do. Like, oh, we have to, no, they're not innocent because they're Muslim. Like, what the fuck's that? Just because they believe the wrong story? Like, you
Yeah.
believe the wrong story too. Like,
Yeah. You're all
are
wrong.
you out of you're all wrong. It's not even, they're not even right or wrong. It's just, it's actually, they're irrelevant. Their beliefs are totally irrelevant to reality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Their beliefs become reality, which makes them seem relevant, but actually the content is just some crazy stories that were handed down that got lucky enough to survive weathering and erosion and get translated. It's just all luck. It's the only reason these stories even survive. So I feel like if you're someone that's like on the religious end of this, if you're someone that in any sort of religious way supports destroying someone like a religious war, you are so, I mean, like, I actually want to bring you on the podcast to tell you you're banned and then kick you off.
Yeah. You're really beyond reprieve if you're.
Yeah. If you're a
Yo,
religious fundamentalist, come on the podcast so we could ban you.
I just said you're beyond reprieve.
They are beyond reprieve. You know what, John? If you listen to this podcast like 20 years from now, it's going to be so much more sophisticated. We're going to probably both have twirly mustaches.
Yeah. I already got half of a monocle.
We helicopter in for each podcast appearance.
Or do I have two monocles?
You have two. Yeah. You have your money monocle. You only use that monocle to look at money related items.
Yeah.
The other one's just for show. You have it on whenever.
The other one is
no, you have one. Have one
the other
all the time, right?
the other one is I can't hear a word you're saying.
You have one on all the time, right? And when anything that has to do with money comes up, you pull the other monocle out, and now you have two monocles, and you shut the one eye and you use that eye just to freak people out.
That's the one I use to read at bedtime with the lights out. You know,
the other one's just for a show. You have your left eye is more than capable.
I take that one out.
What, your left eye?
Yeah.
Or the monocle?
You know,
with this level of discussion, we could definitely solve the whole Israel-Palestine conflict.
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
There ain't no solving it because if you're not religious, they want the oil and they're just sick of them. And if you are religious, you really think you're going to go to hell if you don't kill these other people.
Hey, could you imagine?
Or they're going to, it's just the dumb. I just can't
Could
even.
you imagine?
But I will say,
being so brainwashed.
We are blessed that we grew up where we could learn for ourselves how silly that is.
We did have access to secular information. That is true.
Yeah. A lot of these people, they can't make up their own minds. You know what I mean? Because, half of them are all.
The only religion right now that's surviving in America is, that has power, at least, is like real power. It's super, Christo fascists. Like Mike Johnson, this current Speaker of the House, is basically a Christian fundamentalist. No other religions have major power in the country right now, so it's like that part of it's really scary, because a lot of the reason I think we support Israel so much is because they look at it from a religious end. Like, I think some of these congressmen and senators, like, that's something that like Sauger says all the time. He's like, you wouldn't believe actually how dumb some of the Congress people and senators and stuff are.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they're just that charismatic to where they can get that job.
I don't know how some of them are. Some of them are terrible. Like, just all around. I don't get it.
Maybe it's just lack of options.
It's all dependent too. Like the state of the world. We should all just get a restart. Everyone should leave and then we revote.
I like a lot of the George Carlinisms of the world. Like, I think like he said you should put like violent criminals and shit, throw them all in was it like Wyoming, like one of the square states. You know what I mean?
Open
We
the
should do
trap
that with
door.
do it with all the people in office right now
Yeah.
in federal government. Just do it the whole House, the Supreme Court, throw them all there. Democrat, Republican, just
Yeah.
even Bernie Sanders. Even I like him, but he's got to go. I'm sorry.
How about the fist fight that almost broke out?
Yeah, what about that?
I don't even know who either of those guys are.
No, you're gonna sit down.
Yeah.
You are not gonna fist fight. You're a senator. Sit down. It's like what? John, John, isn't it great that Ron DeSantis is the number 2 Republican and he's super self-conscious and wears fake heels? He wears
Yeah.
hidden fucking elevator shoes.
He don't know how to smile.
He he's dude, his smile is my favorite thing. Oh my god.
I love that they put him and Homelander side by side, and it's the same fucking smile, the fake in front of the camera smile. It's so good. I look
I
so
want
good
to
because the light is directly hitting my head.
Yeah, me too. I have no this bottom half of my face is not well lit. But here's the thing. I want to you know who I want to have on the podcast so I can actually just act like him to him? Vivek Ramaswamy, whatever his name is. I just want to be like, just like super into
Yeah.
whatever I'm saying all the
Ken.
time. Like everything. Yeah. Like you're just super into what you're saying. And you have to have high energy, right? Like I hate politicians like that.
Yeah.
They don't have a normal cadence. They don't have they don't feel like you're sitting across from a human. You know what I
No
mean?
boot.
That's why like Bush is a shitty ass president, but like as a dude, like he's like a dude. Like he has
Yeah.
that's like a innate thing that he has in him where you could look at someone who's probably like one of the worst war criminals of the 20th century and go, this guy, I'd like to hang out with this guy. He seems pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but was it Dick Cheney that actually?
Well, Dick Cheney was really powerful, but I mean, I don't know anything about his personality. I don't think he would win any personality contests.
No, I mean, wasn't he the war criminal of the two?
Well, that's like you know, you shot someone and you look over at me and you're like, "Hey, you're the person who decides if I shoot this person." It's like we're both guilty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you influenced me to make the decision. Like just because you influenced me doesn't mean I'm not responsible still. Like
Yeah.
George Bush is the most responsible because he's the top guy. He's the president.
Top guys.
I am so yeah, I've been like following the Israel Palestine thing. I've been following it, but sometimes you just got to move on, you know what I mean? For in your own day. Like I can't keep looking at kids with like burned wounds and like fucking tore apart and all that shit like you know what I mean? I just like I get off social media as soon as I see something like that now. I'm like I'm done.
I blocked the whole page. I can't. I mean, I get, because I know, you know what I mean. It's not the first time I'm seeing it, and there's nothing I could do about it.
It's like I don't need to watch a Holocaust documentary to acknowledge its existence and do you know what I mean? Support like the right causes related to it. I don't need to see little babies blown up to know like that this war should end.
Mm,
But that's common sense for us because you know, we're not murderous fucking losers.
I never murdered a person ever.
Dude, and Netanyahu went to Penn.
He went to 10.
No, he went to Penn.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you said. I
Ain't that
heard.
crazy?
I don't believe it. Show
John,
me
you
the
need
scripts.
John, you need let's talk about coffee real quick. You need some coffee. If you were gonna go get coffee, what would you go what kind of coffee would you drink right now?
I had the Wawa Holiday blend
Oh,
yesterday.
it's red cup day today, too.
I don't know what that means.
It's when all the holiday cups drop, John. It's the most controversial day. It's like when Starbucks puts out their holiday cup and everyone loses their fucking mind.
I've never once heard about this.
Dude, there's been type in Starbucks holiday cup controversy. Like there's every year there's a controversy about Starbucks and their
Really?
holiday cups. I shit you not, every year. And it's like the most privileged controversy. You imagine your controversy is like, oh, my overly expensive coffee cup is not the one I want it to be.
Somewhat predictably, this cup design leads to a swift backlash from a very vocal group of conservatives, with some claiming the cups are an attack on Christian values. Detractors take to Twitter to accuse the company of political brainwashing and spreading liberal bias.
See what I mean?
This goes back to 2017.
Dude, I told you this has been
26.
a thing for a while.
They're saying that these are against.
They are. I mean, they're red holiday cups. I think it's because it says like Happy Holidays on them, or some of them say Happy Holidays and they don't say Merry Christmas.
Serious?
That they act like it's the war on Christmas. This is what Tim Heidecker is talking about when he's like, um, raise a flag on Christmas Day, they'll throw you in jail. Because like there's a whole fake war on Christmas that the conservative right started,
Yeah,
and this is related to it. It's tremendous. It's great comedy.
it really is. It's so funny how like negative things travel through like communities so quick, because like I've worked multiple places with a diverse group of individuals, and they all had the same uh fake fake news, like traveling years. Like one guy that they follow, whether it's Trump or another Republican, or even if it's a Democrat on the other side of whatever, and then it'll just spread like wildfire that like they're saying happy holidays now. What happened to Merry Christmas? And then people are mad. No, not one person ever told them happy holidays. Or they
No,
they they might have, and they didn't even register, and oh, thank you.
no, yeah, they thought it was nice actually. What
Yeah.
about the nice lady who works at the store said Happy Holidays?
Yeah, until someone manufactured outrage that
Yeah,
somebody didn't tell them Merry Christmas.
I don't know who, but see, here's my debate: who's more responsible? Someone that's gullible enough to buy in to all this shit, or the people that actually produce the shit? Like, if you're dumb enough to think this is a big deal, like, there's
Yeah,
no hope for you.
no.
There's no hope for you. You should just retire early.
Yeah.
You
You
know
should
what I
just
mean?
sit in a room somewhere and think
You should
about
stay home until someone pulls you out.
it.
Just stay put. Don't leave no more. We don't need you out walking around sharing your thoughts.
No.
Get rid of your phone, throw your phone away. Don't even throw it in the trash. Just open your door, throw it outside.
I
We don't need you anymore. This is kind of how I feel about people.
wonder what crazy thing we should drum up some outrage.
Let me tell you a story that something happened to me today when I was walking into the store. This dude walks up to me, right? I have black N1 sweatpants on, right? Black sneakers, black military hoodie. That's what I'm wearing. And I'm walking in the Food Lion, which is like the fresh grocer of Fayetteville.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I know the food
and it's
line.
like it's like the one on 30th and Washington. It's like that fresh grocer. So
Okay.
this dude walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, my man, you need a phone?" So I said,
What?
"So yeah, so I'm trying to talk to Jen on the phone, and I'm like, hey, can you hear me?" And I'm ignoring this dude because like we dealt with dudes Southwest like us all the time, like people selling CDs outside of ShopRite and shit. You know what I mean? Like that's just common. Like buy my oils and perfumes. Like no, I'm good, bro. I don't need your shit. So he's like he gets my attention. He's like, yo, bro, like you need a phone? Like I'm giving them away for free. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. And he's like, listen, just all you gotta do is show me your ID and you get a free phone. There's no monthly payment. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I don't need it. I don't need a free phone. It's okay. So then he's like, well, listen, if you know anyone that does, anybody at all, tell them to come over and see me. And I'm like, all right, dude, I got you. And he was wearing a like a, it was like a mixture between a pink and a purple suit, full suit, pressed. Dude looked great. And he was standing outside, like he was next to like a, he was between like a TJ Maxx and like a laundromat. And he's just standing over there with like a rickety table, just like trying to, I guess, just running a scam. And I was like, he doesn't
What's
like,
the?
he just wandered into me, and I'm like,
What do you think he could pull like the information from whatever phone? So you put in like your information in a phone, you can
I
steal
don't
it.
know what scam he was trying to run, or
Because
was
who?
he like, there's so many military people down in Fayetteville, um, and there's a lot of young people that enlist when they're young. Do you know what I mean? Or they sign up young,
Yeah,
and people try to run scams on them because they moved down
gullible.
there.
A lot of
You know,
gullible.
they're out of high school. There's a lot of there's like teenagers. There's a lot of teenagers down here
Yeah,
out of high
gullible.
school. All they're gullible. And you know what they would be if they were a fish? They'd be gullible.
Yeah, that's true.
What about that?
I seen a picture of a realistic what a mermaid would look like if it existed. And
It's probably terrifying.
yeah, it made me laugh really hard.
So, John, did you run into anyone trying to scam you today?
I've had I did have somebody lie to me today in work, and then but I knew he was bullshitting, so I just went, yeah, yeah, all right. So I guess that's like a very minor scam he tried to run. But
I wonder what the Bible would tell you to do about him. Tell you to do about liars.
probably stone them and fuck their goat or something.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think that's
In
the
the reverse order.
Lewis Black, a guy who I don't know if we ever
He's
talked about,
so funny. Lewis
but
Black
I
is so
read
great.
I read two of his books in high school.
Dude.
I've like read and bought two of his. He's a fucking really
Yeah.
great guy.
And then when you were
I have a
done, I read
terrible
them.
I have a terrible retention for anything that's not music. Like
But
really,
I remember some good Lewis Black jokes.
but the Lewis Black thing that I was going to say was he talking about
He was always out where he's like,
just incredulous, yeah.
and then
He
you turn the faucet on and there'd
yeah,
be water.
he said what the fuck was he talking about? He was talking about people that don't want gays to get married because it's in the Bible, and he said they had to write something. They were fucking the animals.
I'm gonna go watch Lewis Black tonight. I
Yeah.
have to now. He's so funny. Oh my god. What happened? He just, I guess, like kept doing what he was doing, but he just his
He,
humor. But see, he fell in kind of like a Carlin-y kind of space, and those people are always dangerous because like the shit that they're saying is true, and like people want to shut them up.
yeah. Yo, I drank 3/4 of a Powerade
Do you
and
feel more powerful?
ate two well, not ham sandwiches. I had hoagies, little mini hoagies that we made.
Or they
For,
Italian hoagies?
there was Italian meat in it,
Like a capicola?
but I feel like I'm like 16 again. Like I feel like I'm in like eating a high school lunch.
Just don't suck the salt off the pretzels.
No, I won't. I was younger than I was doing that as a boy.
Yeah, just don't do that. That's not a good thing for you to do. You would rip through half a bag, no problem.
Oh my god! And sometimes I'd put them back in the bag.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
a
just
fucked
like
up
your,
kid.
yeah, it was just like your little salty your saltless soggy pretzels.
I was laughing the other day thinking about when I think I was like 15, and it was summer, so I was up real late on like a Tuesday, and I was watching Flavor of Love.
Not very unsimilar to last Tuesday. No.
Yeah. So I was watching Flavor of Love, and I was hungry, so I decided to just eat a full can of baked beans.
What?
I
Why
poured
would you do that?
baked beans in a big microwavable bowl, and I heated them up, and I just sat on the floor and I ate them and watched Flavor of Love.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds doesn't sound that bad.
Cathartic,
Oh my god.
really nice.
That's one way to get couch locked.
Yeah,
Lock you up.
Well, I went crazy that summer because
Dude, Lectin John. That was a whole different John. Eating as many lectins as possible.
give me all the like.
Jeez. That's why you fought the tree.
Oh, that was a.
That's
We should
why.
do a,
You had
we
too
should
many
do story
lectins.
time. We should do story time. Like once a week, where I tell just a 2-minute anecdote about my life.
A 2-minute antidote.
Yeah. No, an
Anecdote, not
is an
anecdote.
anecdote.
A 2-minute antidote. An antidote? I'm going to cure you from my stories. I'm going to give you a 2-minute antidote.
Yeah, it's like food for the soul.
Yeah, but it's like your spiritual hippy dippy version.
Demons and
Oh,
desires.
rub mint leaves on your forehead. And you will see the
Demons and
future.
desires. Demons and desires. Demons and desires. Demons and desires. It's out everywhere. Demons and desires.
Spotify, Apple Music,
Yeah.
Deezer.
Like
you
and
can
subscribe
Shazam
on YouTube.
Drink League Island Brewing Club.
URL.
If you drink
League
League Island Brewing Club, this is the best outro we've done. It's the best outro we've done ever. The best. Bar none, John. You have the best smile I've seen